Peace, love, and light, y'all. Prosperity and abundance. Laughter, forgiveness, inspiration, encouragement, enlightenment, royalty, all the wonderful great grand things. I said all the positive energy, good vibrations. I'm talking about the energy that comes from the celestial realm, all the way from the divine heavenly realms, all the way from all your ancestors that passed that you don't even know. I'm talking about a bloodline that you never met, never knew of, never even heard of, didn't know they existed. They existed. I send frequencies in other ways so that they continue to wake you up and lead you to some knowledge, because these people know they damn ancestors, y'all. They know who their ancestors are. They know them by name. They know them by the tree that they hung us on. They know exactly which ones did what. They know which blood they inherit. They know exactly the monuments to go to that was the slaughter was done to us, and they know which ancestor. They be like, that's my great 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 grandfather. That's my uncle. That's my whatever the fuck he be. And they know. They know. They know. This is how they leave the records. How the fuck do you think we get the records? I didn't put the records up there about all my granny and great great granny and them. But look, y'all, this man right here was there when my great-grandfather existed. They was around the same age. He was on the same turf. They was on the opposite side. My great-grandfather, my third great-grandfather, he was on the black militia, as this man was on the white side, starting all the bullshit. He ended up being the only one who died. But they erected up a monument, and they honor him. They honor him to this very fucking day. He is honored as like a very high, prestigious ass person in their race. Like, ain't no way, ain't no fucking way. Not that I know my ancestors was there. It ain't just, I'm not just saying when ancestors, oh, somebody. No. I'm talking about Benjamin was there, and he was fighting in that militia, and he was on that motherfucking squad. I know he was. And he was just as young as he was, about 23, 24. They was about the same age, and they was ready. It's just certain things about history that they never told me. Ain't no way. I've never heard about no goddamn Hamburg massacre. They ain't never told me about no Hamburg massacre. Have you heard about a Hamburg massacre? Keep it real. Keep it real, because I ain't never heard about no Hamburg massacre. A real massacre of 6 colored citizens. And they put it in the newspaper, published it. It was a real situation. They ain't never told us about this in no goddamn history book. And then that's why. Because my ancestors there, my people was at the massacre, and they didn't get massacred, and they was slaughtering some shit back. They was tearing some shit right the fuck back up. And they don't want me to know, but my ancestors is leading me directly to the archives and the real on y'all ass. I read it. I got up close. You gotta zoom in. But this is some crazy shit to fuck with y'all. Y'all bloodline is just the devil. You're not gonna say nothing else. Running around terrorizing people like this, and you proud. Talking about I'm proud of my country. I love my country. I just love my history. I love my whole ancestry. Y'all ass is I'm the one that's gonna get y'all. We cannot do it. We have had all these years to wear y'all ass out, and we never did it because we not like y'all. We are not like y'all. We've never been. We only have always fought for our freedoms and defended ourselves from the weird ass shit that y'all did every generation. Every fucking generation, y'all came with a new way to terrorize our ass. Anglo fucking Saxons, and you know who he is. Somebody know. And they'd be proud underneath the undercover, like, that's my great great grandfather. He was on the supremacy side. Nigga, my granddaddy fought for the Union. What the fuck you want to do? He was on the black militia. I ain't scared. I just can't be scared. Fuck. They had children, and they children's children had children, and they ass still exist. The fuck, running around putting this shit on horses and shit, horseback riding around. This is when you couldn't. This is the real sundown town. This is how they look. They ride down the town and making your ass scared when you hear the dun coming. And they was real humans. Not no goddamn movie kind. Not the kind that's on the TV. Nigga, the real kind. Real, look like them. No bullshit. The Hamburg Massacre, which occurred on July 8, 1876 in South Carolina, is commemorated by their monument. A pillar erect in John C. Calhoun Park in North Augusta. The monument honors, y'all, Thomas McKee Merriweather, the only white man killed during the massacre. I just don't, why the fuck would y'all expect me to have an inch of emotion? Like, this is so diabolical that y'all could think that we would. Like, bro, my grandfather was there. My blood was at the he just didn't die. And I'm finding this information out because of my research. Because of researching myself. Not because y'all asked. I'm just cannot wait to see the response of them giving me this information. I knew going up into that mountain, they was going to give me some knowledge, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this is some real diabolical shit. That they got a monument in honor of one lone white man who was killed during the massacre, and they was really slaughtering our people during that time. They don't never have no apologies to give. They don't feel bad. They don't have no fucking feelings or emotions. They honor the slaughter. It was erected 40 years after the event, during the Jim Crow era. They put it up during the Jim Crow era, and it's still up. I just don't understand how do y'all expect us to have emotions? It's just unbelievable. Like, it's unbelievable that y'all can't see our pain. The massacre itself was a part of a violent campaign by white supremacists. That's who it was by. That's who it was started by. That's who created it. That's who had the hatred. The white supremacists who campaigned to regain political power and defranchise the African American vote. Also, that we could not vote. They went and massacred people so that we could not have freedoms of voting. And you won't right now think that y'all any different. Like, bruh, like, oh my God, this was my bloodline that was there. He was at the Hamburg massacre. He was enslaved in Hamburg in the same times of this time. I know he was there. He led me there to know he was there. He was at the massacre. And that's where it was. That's how I got to the massacre. Is by researching him and studying him and finding out what he could have went through in his lifetime and the times, things that were going on in his day. And he was at that massacre. And he's telling me right now, y'all finna get y'all ass wore out from the whole divine, like the heavenly realms is coming. Y'all just, it's so much doubt. All this doubt and so much out here right now. And y'all study want to watch the TV and look at the AI and all this shit. And people is researching their real self and giving you real facts and you in denial. And you don't think the heavenly realms, as above, so below, is going to wear your ass out? So look, y'all, the event involved a clash between white supremacist militia and African Americans in Hamburg, South Carolina. The militia historic Democratic Party dominance and suppress African American political participation. Just evil. And y'all want to swear it down that we're the devil. Bruh, shut that shit up and get ready for this ass whooping that's coming back from 100 years ago. It's coming. They erected the whole monument up in 1916. My granddaddy went to war in 1919 for real. The monument was intended to honor Thomas Merriweather, who died during the Hamburg massacre. The inscription on the monument glorifies Merriweather's role and implies the supremacy of Anglo-Saxon civilization. I just don't know what time it is. Y'all know exactly what time it is. I ain't gonna keep telling y'all. You gonna let my people the fuck go, or you gonna continue to face this ass whooping. And y'all know exactly. Ain't no UFOs. Y'all know exactly who it is and who is and where it's coming. Now, when I say a monument really up, erected, honoring and glorifying the motherfucker, they ain't playing when they said what they said. They glorify his ass. Monumental erection up into the universe, glorifying him into the heavens. You get your ass ready. And then you turn around right now, and the South Carolina governor right now, Henry McMaster, is a direct descendant of a slave owner. The information is for real. His came from white slave owners and lawmakers in South Carolina. And he the governor right the fuck now, today, right now, as the governor right now, still, the enslavers' children still on your head. Yes, this is the governor of South Carolina right now that still got enslavers' blood right now today, and we can't figure it the fuck out. Oh, they led me directly to your ass. South Carolina, Edgefield, Hamburg massacre. Y'all ass know exactly who is who, and y'all gonna have to come up off that information because my ancestors is gonna make y'all ass come up off of it. So get